What's up, socialites, and welcome back to the Social Studies Podcast with me, Joe Dombrowski.
And me, Gaspare Randazzo.
Well,
Joe, we kind of have the same
not,
color shirt on right now.
Look at us. Look at us, Gaspare. And look at, I got my social studies hat on. Ooh, that's right. Yours is in the
Detroit
mail.
Lions
It'll be
colors.
due very soon. And Detroit Lions colors. Listen, you can get your social studies hat if you go to thejoedombrowski.com/social. Go to the merch store, and the social studies hats will be there if you want one.
And did you notice my beard is gone because I used a razor, right? That has sponsored the podcast. So it was really a good razor, but it's really more designed for not your face. And I was using it. No. It's for somewhere else. I don't know if I could say it. And I was using it and I didn't realize how short it makes things, and it trimmed the shit out of my face.
Why did you use that short of the setting?
I didn't realize. I just put the wrong setting, and then it was so short, and I literally was like miserable because I didn't want my face to look like this. I had a nice luscious beard today.
Why? Why would you do that, Gaspare?
I just was impulsive because Lucy was coughing and I had her in the bath. I was steaming up the bathroom. I was bored. So I was like, I'll just shave while I stand here. And then boom.
Yeah.
Beardless.
Gaspare. Can't do that.
Where are you going to be this weekend, Joseph?
I'm going to be in Winnie. I'm going to be in the Peg, baby. Getting pegged in the Peg. You can catch me. I sold out all my shows. So we added more.
I know. I saw. Congratulations.
I'm doing a matinee on Saturday. So 3 shows in one day. Love that for me. After that, I'm going to be in Atlantic City, and I'm going to be in Newark, and I'm going to be in Portland, Maine, and I'm going to be in Toronto, and I'm going to be in New York for my straight friends, and I'm going to be in Chicago, and I'm going to be in Atlanta, and you can get your tickets at thejoedombrowski.com. I do have a tour up for you after your dates.
I will be in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Rochester, Long Island, Manasquan, Chandler, San Diego, and I'm sure by the time this episode comes out, maybe a new place will be added to. But I don't know where. Well, I do, but I don't know if I can say
Chandler, Arizona.
It's like right near Phoenix.
I know. I should go so we can finally get our ostrich on.
We got to catch an egg. Joseph.
Guess so.
I feel like I haven't talked to you in a few days. How you been?
We haven't. We've been so busy. Well, Ron and Fran were in town. And,
yeah, that's why I forgot.
Yeah, they were in town. It was great. We ate a lot of food. We had Polish for lunch, and then we were having Polish for dinner, and we were going to have Polish again the next day. And my mom goes, "We can't have Polish food 2 days in a row." And my dad and I looked at her, we're like, "We're Polish." What do you think people in Poland do? They eat Polish food.
You know what's crazy?
Night.
I never really ate Polish food. Like, I've had a pierogi.
Yeah, there's more.
Sausage, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's very like, it's like very, Eastern
Western,
European.
Or Eastern European, yeah.
Yeah, it's very, it's heavy and thick, and
like
I like
broth.
it. Yeah, it's not even the broth. It's like
broth,
cabbage.
broth. Like, it's like brothwich. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I feel like it's like sausage mixed with cabbage. Isn't that like a brothwich? Whatever that word is, brothwit. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I don't want to start this again. What's it called? Brothwit? BRAWTHICH. Brothwich? You know what I'm talking about. Joe, did you see what I sent you on Instagram yesterday? Probably not, because you're so famous. I sent you something. It said, Joe's on the floor. You didn't read it. It said, "No piece of comedy is as funny as your friend accidentally saying a word just a little bit wrong."
Who sent you that?
I sent it to you. It was a meme or something.
Funny. It is funny the first time.
I don't mean it, though. I'm just talking about brothwits. And also,
What word are you saying? I don't even know what you're saying. Are you trying to say bratwurst?
Yes, bratwurst. I couldn't think of how it went.
Gaspare.
Joe, after our conversation about the chow meal, I went to work and I was telling everybody, I was like, I can't take the melatonin because of the chow meal. and everyone was yelling at me at work.
This is the last episode. This has to be. This has to be. This has to be.
You ate Polish food, the bratwurst.
And that's not Polish anyway. And yeah, we did. It was good. I don't know what else to say about it. Loved it. It was good having them.
What other food is it? Is what I asked. Sausages. It's work.
It's like, yeah, it's very just like heavy, like stuffed cabbage and I don't know, like that.
I don't know if I'd like Polish food.
It's just a lot. It's good. It's a lot though. Okay.
Oh, it's comfort food with sharp flavors.
It was crazy. We had
pork loin.
First of all, I don't know what it is, but Morgan loves to buy specific things always. This house will never not have green onion, will never not have green peppers, will never not have a cucumber, and will never not have bread. Because every time
green shit.
Every time we go grocery shopping, he'll get that, regardless of how many we have in the house. Like that's what we get.
We have staples like that too.
I do too. But I do have to say that Morgan's worse. But I'm bad, but Morgan's worse. My mom came over and she was like, "Do you have any bread to make a sandwich?" And I was like, "Oh, do we have bread?" But here's the thing, Gaspar, my house, 5 loaves of rotten bread, just green. Like I took this bread out of the bag and it poofed up like a cloud, and my mom was running away because she said I was going to get spores in my lungs. I was like, I don't know what to do. It's crazy. I was like, I can't make fun of them anymore.
We go through a lot of bread.
The difference is though, is my mom will eat rotten food. That's the only difference.
There's no way.
Speaking of my mom, though, my in-laws are going to your shows this weekend, I think they said.
Oh, are they?
Did you meet them at my wedding or not really?
Yeah. I met them. Yeah. Remember they were like, "You're Joe's," like they made it like I was the other woman. They were like, "You're Joe's partner." I'm like,
right.
Yeah. I'm like, Morgan's Joe's partner too.
That's
they like didn't know how to say it. They were like, "You're Joe's friend." I'm like, "Yes, friend works." That's really nice of them that they're coming. You know, just like you don't acknowledge my words, I'm just gonna not acknowledge you now. Joe's just putting on all those slinkies that you put on the door when you're making out with a girl in college. He's just putting them all over his body right now as we speak. Speaking
I'm annoying as hell too. I do realize that. Don't.
Today we had dressed like a student day.
Yeah, I saw it. And you did a really good job.
Oh yeah, I wore like the shorts pulled up, an oversized sweater, Crocs, and high socks, right? But
why do they dress homeless?
Oh, it's just like a thing. Now I was gonna wear
Now, when you were in high school, was it like this? Like we dressed nice. We dressed like good.
I wore multiple polo shirts with the collars popped.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Same.
But I also
Fridays we would scrub, which was like just sweatpants and a hoodie.
Oh no, see, I never did that. I did pajama pants, and I also did baggy 3XL t-shirts. Like, but that's a New York thing.
Pajama pants is trash. I do think going out in pajama pants, period, unless it's like checking the mail or getting the garbage or whatever.
I hate
going out when I see people like out in pajama pants, I'm like, here's the thing, absolutely not. Pajama pants and slippers, I'm like, get it together. There's no excuse. There's literally no excuse.
I used to wear pajama pants, 100% admit it, but now as an adult, there are people who say like
out in them.
Mm-hmm. But there are people. I mean, when I was a teenager, like there are people who say you shouldn't even go out in sweatpants. Like that sweatpants are like to be worn around the house or at the gym. Like, you know, and the older I'm getting, the more I'm like, these kids and their sweatpants. Like,
yeah, I do understand. Okay, so there's 2 things. One,
penis hangs out.
Love it. So one with sweatpants, I do wear. It's called my airport outfit, and it's my Comedy Works zip up that I wear with a t-shirt underneath it. I have sweatpants and like a good pair of comfortable shoes. That's what I wear on planes. Because I'm on planes so much, I'm like, I just have to be comfortable on this plane, right? Then I ran into a friend, same friend, twice in a month at the airport. And both times I was like, look at you ready for the day, ready to go somewhere, ready to be a productive citizen of the United States. Here I am looking like fucking Ishbu trash garbage. Like it was terrible. So I'm like, oh no. So ever since then I was like, okay, maybe I don't have to look like I'm about, but I get on a plane and I sleep right away.
Yeah, same.
Oh my
and then
God.
like I fly and then I get to the hotel. I get off the plane.
Myself together.
I go to the hotel and then I shower. So like by the time, yeah, I'm with you. I look like crap too.
Yeah, but now I'm realizing too, like, oh, people are seeing you. Like,
I will say though, so anyway, so I put on all that stuff and I was in the Crocs today. I was like, this shit's comfortable. Like, I get why they dress like this. And then also the kids were like, yo, mister, you got to wear these pimple patches. They're new. You've seen them.
Now, here's the thing. Did I tell you I got kind of some pushback online for this recently? Did I tell you about this? I'll tell you two things. I got some heat online recently. One, in one day at the airport, often if you follow me on Threads, people, most of what I'm putting out into the world, I saw when I was in an airport. I saw two people on my way to my gate, younger teenagers with like a bright colored star or like a heart, like at various places of their face. So I wrote on Threads, I was like, hey, real question. Why are the kids putting stickers on their face? And people were like, you should be proud that they're not ashamed of skincare and blah, blah, blah. I was like, bitch, I asked a question. I am not saying anything about shaming this. I'm wondering why the kids are wearing colorful shapes on their face, goddammit.
Yeah.
Like, no, people were mad that I even asked. And I was like, good for the kids. I said, good for the kids. I love that they're doing it, I guess. But also, it's very Marie Antoinette.
Dude, it makes no sense. So like this girl had the stickers on. So for those of you at home, think of just a little star, bright colored star sticker, and you put it on a pimple. So I said to this girl, I go, why are you putting that on your pimple? She goes, well, it's to like take away from looking at the pimple. I go, but it's bringing more attention. Like I wouldn't even have noticed if you had a pimple. I also work with teenagers, so like obviously they have them. But like, I wouldn't have noticed, but now you have a star, you're calling more attention to it. She's like, yeah, but pimples are gross. Like this blocks it. I'm like, whatever.
Gaspare, what is one thing your body needs to do in order to survive?
Well, there's really three things. You could either drink water, eat, but really the most important is to breathe.
To breathe. Breathing is essential. It's an essential act for your body. And it's why congestion, sinuses, allergies, and colds could take a big part and hinder your well-being. But nasal hygiene isn't often a part of everyday routines. And guess what, Gaspare? It should be. That's why I've been using the Navage nasal care unit, but you don't know what that is. Navage makes breathing easier. And quickly has it become part of my daily routine. It's just like brushing my teeth. It's just like washing my ass with my Zappo body sponge. Navage believes in every breath that you take should be effortless. It uses smooth saline flow to gently penetrate nasal suction to clear nasal passages. Plus, it's drug-free and uses 99% pure saline salt pods with no medication side effects. And it works in only 30 seconds. Gaspare, no drugs. So I think you'll use it. Listen to me. I've really noticed a difference since I started using the Navage, and I've loved it. I'm getting better sleep. I don't wake up with a stuffy nose, which I often do in the fall, and my Navage unit has been perfect for finding fast relief when I do have a stuffy nose. Listen, start breathing easier today and order your Navage starter pack right meow. It comes with everything that you need to get started. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Plus, our listeners get a free cleaning kit as a gift, but only when you order through the exclusive URL navage.com/social and use our code social. Again, to order your Navage and free cleaning kit and your full product details, go to navage.com/social. And that's promo code social at navage.com/social.
Oh, really quick. Very important. A side note, because I got like 3 or 4 messages about it. And Joe did contact the lady who told us about the body in the closet.
Oh,
and
people did message you. I remember I texted you and I was like, no one's asking me about it.
I forgot to tell you. Someone did, like 2 or 3 people messaged me. So tell them what the result was of that, Joe, because I think that's important. Because someone's like, you need to call the cops right now. Someone sent me an article about a dead body found in a basement. They were like, it could be this person. I was like, whoa.
Okay, so if you don't remember or you didn't listen to the full episode a few weeks ago, a socialite emailed us with, we always ask, tell us your crazy stories. And she was like, ha ha ha, I was on this date with this guy and he had this disgusting house and my friend went over with him and then I opened a closet. A closet. There was a dead body in there and like they ran. And Gaspare and I were like legitimately freaking out. Well, I was freaking out. I was like, we have to do something about it. We didn't know what to do. So when we ended the podcast, I emailed her back and I was like, did you do anything about like what follow up? Tell us what happened next. And she said, yes, she did report it. And he is in prison now and has been ever since.
For like 18 years or something.
Yeah, something crazy. So,
okay.
So now you know.
Yes. Also, another weird thing, 3 people messaged me and they were like, hey, on this week's episode of Morbidly Something, it's another podcast, they were like, your dad is brought up. And I'm like,
your dad?
Dad? So the first person who messaged me, I was so confused. So she's like, so shout out, thank you for messaging me this. It was very sweet for you to tell me this. She's like, it's at minutes 1940, right? So I go to 1940 and it's like, oh, and I met up with this cop from Brooklyn and he was like, hey, oh, what you doing? Hey, how you been? But they never say my dad's name. And I'm like, I guess she's just joking. Like, oh, it was your dad. It was a cop from Brooklyn and he talked like, hey, yo. So I wrote back, I was like, I'm confused. Like, is this a joke or did they actually say it's my dad? She's like, hold on. I realized I was listening to it and time and a half speed. It's not 1940. It's at this time, right? So I go to the actual time and it was, you know, Amityville Horror, right? You've heard of Amityville Horror?
Stop. Don't do this right now. I have to tell you a story about this really quick. Do not freak me out, Gaspare.
No,
my fucking self. Do not.
The lead.
I'm literally sitting here with my taser next to me because I'm freaking out by myself right now. You do not want to know what happened today.
Just listen. The lead detective on the Amityville Horror case, his name was Gaspare Randazzo, and he was a police officer.
Your dad? Is your dad?
No, it wasn't my dad. My dad's from Brooklyn. This guy was from Long Island, but
what? Hell, I'm in Seattle. Someone's listening in Singapore. Gaspare, are you fucking shitting me? Me saying, was it your dad made sense.
It was not my dad. The cop with Long Island is where Amityville Horror took place. My dad was a New York City cop in Brooklyn. Doesn't matter. So anyway, so the point of that story was it wasn't my dad, but they do say, oh, Detective Gaspare Randazzo was the first to arrive. And then they were talking about it. I'm like, that's so freaking weird. Like, how have I gone my whole life not knowing that the main detective on the Amityville Horror case had the same name as me?
Especially because when we were in high school, they did the Amityville Horror movie. Remember that?
Yes, with Ryan Reynolds, right?
No way.
I think it was him.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, it was great. I remember seeing it in the movie theaters. And then like everyone was going to go to the house. We were going to drive by.
I forgot what this movie's about. It is Ryan Reynolds.
I can't believe I remembered that, but my memory is crazy. It's a guy moved into this house in Long Island.
No, Gaspare, I can't do this right now. Like, sum it up and don't make it very scary.
No, he was like hearing demons that told him to kill his whole family, and he kills his family. That's it.
Right. And the movie came out. There are so many movies about it.
Did you know this?
So the one I'm thinking about was probably what? The 2000.
The one we saw with Ryan Reynolds.
With Ryan Reynolds, yes. This one came out in 2005.
Do you know what the scariest movie I ever saw was? The movie The Others.
You talk like a little kid. Hey, did you know what my mom did when she was in high school? No, Gaspar, how the fuck would I know?
No, but did you ever see the movie The Others? It's about these two
No.
people. They like go on vacation and they're like in the country. Oh my God, I just got chills literally thinking
No,
about
don't
it.
do it. Don't do it.
They're in
Also,
the
there's been
country.
7 Amityville movies since that Ryan Reynolds one. And there was
Damn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before that Ryan Reynolds one.
I think it's The Others. Oh no, The Others. No, it's this movie. No, oh no, not The Others.
This is why I hate recording with
Strangers.
you at night, because you never know what you're going to talk about, and then we get
Dude,
into shit like this.
Strangers is the scariest movie. Joe,
Stop it.
Google the word strangers. So
enough. We're done.
No, but listen, I saw this movie. They're on vacation. These two people, all of a sudden they get a knock on the door, and it's like it's the middle of the woods,
No,
middle of the night.
Stop. We're not doing this right now.
I just wanted to tell you because you're home alone. All right, Joe, but you know what? No, hold on. It's important. Put the headphones in, please. Joe took his headphones out. No, trust me. Put them in. Joe, after I saw that movie, I was like really messed up. I could have used some BetterHelp. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. And this is the thing. It's scary to face your fears, whether you're home alone or you're watching the movie Strangers as a 13-year-old boy in a movie theater. But it's even scarier to not face your fears. Don't miss out on life. Let BetterHelp's online therapy help you overcome your fears. You'll talk through your struggles with someone who cares, and you'll find solutions to problems and a path towards a better life. Here's the thing. After I saw that movie, I was messed up. I was scared. Joe, we had a house in Pennsylvania. I was scared to be in the house in Pennsylvania with my family there. I was like, what if someone knocks on the door? I could have used someone to talk to. My parents didn't want to talk to me about it because they didn't believe in me being scared. And BetterHelp would have believed in me. And all I would have had to have done was fill out a quick survey. I would have got matched with a licensed therapist, and I could have had video calls, phone calls, or messages anytime that fit my schedule. And Joe, guess what? You could switch therapists at any point for no additional charge. So take off the mask with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/social studies today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/social studies.
You're so good at those.
Thanks, Joe. You know, guys, before the episode, we divvy up who's going to do what ad. And I said, Joe, I need this BetterHelp ad. I live for these ads. And for those of you at home who say, when the ad comes on, I put on a fake excited voice, it's not true. I am excited. I love BetterHelp ads.
People say you put on a fake excited voice?
Yeah, apparently.
They hate it or they love it?
No, they love it. They say it's hysterical. They say that's why people probably think I'm a female on the phone, because I probably use my ad voice. Also, Joe.
That's hilarious.
So back to the student thing. So I'm walking around my pimple patches. I said to the girl that I teach with, first off, she's 22 years old. I said something and I said to the kids, I go, and guys, if you don't know, and then I pointed to her, what would you say if I said that to you?
Now you know.
Right? So I said, Aurora, I said, and if you don't know, and I pointed to her and she stared blankly at me and I go, now you know. And she goes, what is that? And I go, a song? And she goes, never heard of it. She goes, I wasn't born in the late 1900s like you. Which made me crack up. But that's it's crazy. We were born in the late 1900s.
Yeah, Gaspar. Also, I was watching this show yesterday, and like it was 3 guys, right? And they were 3 gay guys, and they were talking about like the older one was 43. And I'm like, oh, that's like 10 years older than me. Well, 8 years old. Yeah, 8 years older than me. I'm like, that's not that much older than me. And he was talking to these younger guys, and he was saying like, it's so different. It's like not the same as like when I grew up, and like you guys are doing this, this, and this. And then he's like, oh, when were you born? And the one guy goes, 98 or something like that. And he's like, or 95 or something like that. And he's like, oh my God. oh my God, I'm so much older. And he goes to the next guy. He goes, when were you born? And he goes, 2000. He goes, 2000? I remember what shirt I was wearing on New Year's Eve in 2000. And I was like, it's getting to that point for me too.
But I said to Aurora, my co-teacher, I go, when were you born? And she goes, 2001. I said,
yeah.
Oh, no, 2002. Yeah, because she's 22. And I said, I remember in 2002 making out with a girl in the back of the bus because I told her it was my birthday and it was a stranger. And she's like, why are you telling me this?
Yeah.
But I was like, wow, that was like a highlight of but like I'm saying, like I remember 2002 so vividly.
Random.
Like
the highlight of 2002.
100%. 100%.
Wild.
Also, what's kind of wild is talking to a 22-year-old. Like, so the 43-year-old is 8 years older than us. This girl is 13 years younger than me. I feel like it's a lifetime. But if someone was 13 years older than me, but if someone was 13, yeah, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm like, yeah, my house, my water, my water bill was so high. I had to do this, oh, blah, blah, blah. It's like normal. But like with her, I'm like, you're going to have a beer later? She's like, sure. I'm like, cool, go get them. Have fun at the local brewery.
It's totally like that. Like, like in high school, if you were a senior, looking at the freshmen was like, oh my God, they're
babies.
Tiny. They're tiny little babies, right, too? But then, like when you're in college, someone in high school is like still super young than you, but not even. And it just gets, the older you get, the less age matters. But really, your age and up. Your age and lower is always kind of like, but it happened today too. Do you know Tyler Jakowski? You know Tyler Jakowski. Yeah. He's online. He's like a teacher, funny teacher guy online or whatever. I just got off his podcast actually too. And he looks young as fuck. And we were talking and I was like, oh, he doesn't talk like he's like, based off of what he's telling me, like he's got some years behind him too. So I was like, how old are you? And he's like 27. I was like, oh, okay. I thought you were way younger than that because he looks so young too. Then I was like, 27's 8 years younger than me. Like that is a lot, but also like not that much. But if someone told me they were like 23, I'd be like, oh, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to do?
But like you see stories like the 65-year-old guy dating like a 22-year-old. Okay, so you know who Bill Belichick is? The football coach?
Yes.
He's 73, I think. He's dating a 22-year-old right now.
No, you've got to be kidding me.
And look up Bill Belichick girlfriend. She looks 20. She was a cheerleader. And supposedly...
Or the Cowgirls?
No, the Patriots. I think she was a Patriots cheerleader. That's where I
played. Oh my God.
Yeah. And supposedly, like, he was spotted ring shopping. Like, can you imagine? Like, this girl's could be his granddaughter.
Oh my God. It's uncomfortable to look at. Okay, oh my Lord. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay,
and she's cute.
Okay.
She's cute.
She's so cute. Now, I got to say a couple things.
Them on the beach. Did you see that one?
Yes. Holy shit. Okay, we're going to get in trouble. But Gaspare,
yes.
Why is he wearing a University of Washington shirt?
Because he's from here or something? Now. He could do whatever he wants.
Is he from here?
No,
and also,
I don't think so.
He owned the Patriots, right?
He didn't own them. He was the coach.
Head coach of the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
When did that stop?
2 years ago.
Okay, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looking at him and his girlfriend is like looking at him and his not daughter, granddaughter.
Yeah.
And I just have to ask, oh my God, them on the beach is insane.
Oh, he actually retired this year, not 2 years ago.
Them on the beach is insane. Gaspare, what do you think her parents are saying about this? Like, if I was her parents, I would be like, okay, tell me. Tell me?
Well, number one, I mean, like, you bring him home to your dad and he's 20 years older than your dad. she's 24. Figure her parents are, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They're 30 when they had her. So they're 55. He's 75. You know what I mean? He's 73, whatever. So
what would you do? What would you do?
I mean, am I as me as a Jet fan and this Patriot comes into my house?
No, you as a Gaspare Randazzo.
No,
you as a Gaspare Randazzo.
It's tricky because, like, what are you going to do? You're going to tell your kid you can't be with someone, and then they're going to be, I'm 22, I'm an adult, I'm going to be with whoever I want. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't disown your kid because they, at least he's
I would
not
disown. I would
at least not a 75-year-old bum. He's a millionaire. You're like, all right, whatever, I guess. Live a nice life. Maybe she's telling them, hey, I like traveling and I like doing all this stuff and I can do all this and more with this older man.
And that's the thing too, I guess. 72, 23 is so drastic though, Gaspar.
And supposedly he like read her dissertation on the plane. She like had like a medical dissertation that she wrote like for med school. And he was like, let me read it. And then they like connected over their intelligence.
Gronk's girlfriend's 24. No. Never mind. Gronk spills beans on and cracks joke about Bill Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend. That must have been a roast.
He said at the roast, Bill Belichick's been at the local high school scouting his next girlfriend.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. I don't know. I don't think I would disown. For sure, I wouldn't disown, especially like as a gay person. Like, you can't disown your kid, period. I guess. Unless they're trying to murder you. I don't know. Fuck, I've been watching too much Dateline. Listen, but I think I would just be like, yeah, no.
But then what? You're not coming over for Thanksgiving? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, no. Mm-mm. Like, you're great, but I'm not doing this. I think I'd be like, I'm not doing this. Also, that's got to be like a fetish thing, right? Like, you're into elderly people. He don't look young, but that's fine. You don't got to look young. But there's the point where I'm looking at this like this is like a kink thing or something.
Like a granddaddy kink.
Like she's into senior citizens or something.
Another thing, I'm all over the place today, Joe. But another thing, you'll appreciate this. Gaspar's been going to CCD, right? You know what CCD is?
Catechism. Yeah, we've been through this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I have to take him to church once a week now. We're not a church family. We don't go to church, but now we're going,
Why is
right?
he doing it?
For my mom. Forget, it's a whole thing. But
okay.
Anyway, so I've been bringing him to church to drop off the envelope because you got to give money to prove you went. And with your name on the envelope. I don't know how it is everywhere else. So we go to church, right? So the first week we went, it was fine. He was okay, whatever. So it was boring for him. So we go the second time.
Do you think any little kid is like, yay, church? Like,
I don't know. But so I went with Lucy, right? And him. We pull up in the parking lot. Gaspar
I can't wait. I can only imagine. I
actually think I'm going to put this in my stand-up because it was so funny. Gaspar turns to Lucy and he goes, Lucy, get ready for the most bored you'll ever be in your whole entire life. And she's like, oh, brother, I'm going to be bored. And he's like, get ready. Oh, what did he say? Get ready for the most boring thing you'll ever do in your whole entire life. So then I go, Gaspar, so then I called my mom thinking she would laugh at that. Dude, she was so mad. She's like,
what'd she say?
Why is it so funny? Why is it boring? It wouldn't be boring if you brought him earlier. If he's been going since he was little, he'd love it. And it wouldn't be boring. I go, I went every week forever. And I went to guys' school and it was boring. Well, if he liked it and he listened to the word of God, I'm like, oh yeah, then it'll change. Hey, it's me, Gaspar. Meanwhile, Lucy went and lit every candle. She was just just button pressing. I'm like, Lucy, stop. And she's
That's
like,
all I wanted to do.
Dude,
was like candles.
And then I felt bad. I had to put money in because I was like, she lit so many damn candles.
She did it. Yep.
So
I did. I remember going to church and being like, when the fuck is this going to be over? Every day I went 3 days a week.
Yeah,
for
in Catholic school.
years of my life. 3 days a week. Mondays,
Wednesday, Friday,
Wednesdays, and then Sunday with your family.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, holy shit. It was just
Dude,
so much church.
those
Remember I
Catholic
used to
singing
get
videos,
did you get the Catholic
they're
singing
great.
videos?
Someone sent me one recently.
Your comment on it have always cracked me up.
Well, someone said one time was I was like, I could smell the incense in this video.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Which I have it planned out for the Christmas one. I'm gonna put a blanket over my head and I'm gonna come out and say, "Mary, did you know?" You know that one?
I don't know that way. I don't think I know that, and I know all of them.
It's like, Mary, did you know your baby boy?
I want to come to Seattle when your parents are there to just duet one in front of them.
Yeah, and then I want to do
come
another
out
one.
From another couch.
I want to get like fucking dry ice and put it in a bowl with a string over it. Like it's just like billowing over.
But like someone recently sent me one of your videos and I was like, I know it's great. And they're like, he's so funny. So I was like, yeah, I know. And then it dawned on me that they didn't realize that
they don't know that we're friends.
We have a podcast together and that I'm very close with you.
This is so insane to say, but like we need to get together. Like we didn't even really get to hang out at my wedding. Like I haven't fucking seen you. Like we need Gaspare and Joe time. Like it's fucking mandatory.
But it's just so funny because she was like, "Oh, I had no idea," and I was like,
"That's
oh, okay.
so funny."
I'll just keep randomly posting clips of me and him constantly, and you could just not watch him, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really funny. And the other thing that was funny, but this was really just adorable. So Lucy, yesterday, I get the kids to bed. I bathed Lucy, bathed Gaspare. It's like 7:45. The Jet game was going to be on at 8:15. By 8:00, I wanted every kid in bed so I could just sit and enjoy my 3 hours. That's all I ask for once a week, right? I get the kids in bed. I get in the couch, get the Jet game on, getting ready to watch it. And I just hear little pitter patter of feet. And I'm like, here she comes. So Lucy comes into the living room. She goes, Daddy. And I'm like, what, Lucy? She goes, are you thinking what I'm thinking? I go, probably not. Like, I'm going to be honest, but definitely not. Like, what are you thinking? She goes, should we have candy and watch the football game together?
She manipulated you.
It was so cute. I couldn't say no. I was like, of course, baby. So I got candy. She's laying on me. She was in like the cute twilight sleep where like she was so tired and delirious. And she's like, Daddy, they're playing football. You love football. And she's like, should we have more candy? I'm like, no, we should not. And she's like, okay. And she just laid out there with me. But it was so sweet. I don't even care. I know I got played. I don't care.
Oh.
I don't care.
This little girl has you fully wrapped around her finger. It is hysterical. She could do nothing wrong.
Well, she can do wrong. I mean, she gets yelled at plenty. Actually, she doesn't. She's a good kid. Did I tell you she haymaker Gaspare?
So smart. No. Oh my God.
Gaspare, it was like 6:50 in the morning. We're running out the house. And Gaspar's like, I'm the strongest person in the house. She goes, no, you're not. And he goes, yes, I am. Dude, she just wound up and just straight up haymakered him, punched him in the arm, and he just folded like a sack of potatoes. And he's crying. And I go, I thought you were strong. And so I'm yelling at her not to hit him. Then he's crying. She hit me. I go, I thought you were strong. Like, walk it off. I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to get hit like that. Like,
oh, wow. It's what a life you got going on there, Mr. Randazzo. I think we have a email if you'd like to hear it.
Wait, but Joe, didn't you want to tell me something? Do you have a dog in your life?
I do have a dog in my life, and my dog got fucking sick.
Oh.
This week, out of nowhere, waking up.
People definitely thought that was about to be an ad.
Hacking, Chewy. Get your food at chewy.com. Hacking up along. Hacking. I'm like, this dog's got kennel cough for sure. Hacking. And then he starts puking. And I'm like, shit. So I called the vet and they're like, is his throw up look like this? And I was like, it did. And now it looks like a pile of throw up in my living room. She's like chunky, like there's food from. I was like, yeah. She's like, you got to bring him in. I brought him in. Two things. He did have the kennel cough, so he had to go on like medication and all this shit. They had to give him an anti-nausea medication. They had to give him an IV because he was dehydrated. They had to give him his cough suppressant so he could sleep through the night, and then they had to give him his antibiotic. Hit me with the bill. What do you think?
$5,000.
$5,000, Gaspare.
More or less.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. $5,000. Holy shit.
One time when we had to give the cat.
What are we putting them down? Jesus.
When the cat got the robotic penis, it was $5,800.
Yeah, well, this is just a couple medication. $500 I thought was a lot, but I wish I went in there thinking it was going to be $5,000. I would have been pleasantly surprised.
I don't know. I just was throwing out a number. I guess I thought of surgery. I was thinking
$5,000. Holy fuck. That's hilarious. No, $500, which I thought was a lot, which I guess
that is a lot.
No longer impressive. No, but here's the thing. I didn't know this. Okay, so dogs, apparently, when they get an IV, they don't give them an IV like in your vein, in your like paw or whatever. Oh, you're squeamish with needles?
I just don't like anything with
medicine.
medical.
Yeah, I know you don't. Okay, so here's the thing. They give a dog, I didn't know this. They give a dog your IV in their back under their skin because they have like so much space between their skin and their body. Hold on. So she comes in with an IV bag and she pokes him under his skin, and all of a sudden it's blowing up like a balloon, his back. And she's like, oh yeah, that's how this happens with dogs. It's just going to load up there at his back and he's going to look like a camel for a little bit. This whole bag of IV solution was in our dog's back. He looked like the hunch dog of Notre Dame. It was insane. Just this huge mass. And then Gaspare, when she took it out, when she took it out, it just sprayed straight out of the hole, and she had to clog it with a piece of paper towel. And then he gets up and he's walking around like he's got this hump on his back, right? And I'm touching it. It's like soft. And they go, oh yeah. They go, and don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. It's going to shift too. We get in the car. We get back home. Now he's got a huge lump coming out of his shoulder. It moved to the side of his body.
Did he react to it?
Not at all. They were amazed at how good he was.
What is it?
It was just this huge IV water hump. I would say dog. I would type in like dogs after an IV. The last thing I typed in was Bill Belichick's girlfriend. Yeah, a dog
bump. What the fuck?
Do you see it? It's just like a huge lump of liquid in their back.
Ew. And then these people are massaging it out.
I had no idea. Oh yeah, she was like rubbing it out.
Oh, all right, I can't because the needles are in it.
What? I didn't see the needles. I didn't see any needles. I didn't see the needle, but yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, hey, you guys, thanks for listening to the Social Studies Podcast. You can come see me on the road by getting your tickets at thejoedombrowski.com.
And you could get mine at gasparrandazzo.com.
See you guys soon. Bye.
Bye, guys.